When it comes to herbs and plants that are toxic to our feline friends, we're all pretty familiar with the big names like lilies and azaleas. But there are plenty of other common household plants that can make your cat sick, and some are even fatal. But wait, it gets worse. There are also herbs that are bad for your cat, simply because they don't digest well or cause some not-so-great side effects. So today we're covering both the toxic and the non-toxic, but still not good for your cat herbs. I'm a veterinarian. Let's talk about herbs and cats. The first herb on our list is sage. A little bit of sage is not going to kill your cat, but too much can lead to gastrointestinal upset. That means vomiting and diarrhea. It may also cause some drooling, loss of appetite, and lethargy. Now, these are all pretty mild, but if you notice they persist or get any worse, please contact your vet right away. Sage can be found in many different types of food, including stuffing. So it is possible that your cat could ingest a toxic amount through their food, if they eat enough of it. However, this is pretty rare. The most likely way your cat will encounter sage is through a plant in your home or in your garden outside. If you do grow this herb outside, consider putting it in a place where your cat cannot access it. And speaking of plants in your garden, next up we have yarrow. Yarrow can be an attractive addition to any garden, but it's one that you should keep away from your curious kitty. All parts of the yarrow plant are toxic to cats and dogs. Ingestion can cause vomiting, diarrhea, changes in urine, and/or changes in heart rate and blood pressure. So if you do grow this herb outside, just be sure to keep your cat away from it. If you notice your cat has eaten any part of the plant, contact your vet right away. Next on our list is an herb that is commonly used in kitchens all over the world, basil. Basil is considered to be mildly toxic to cats due to the essential oils within the leaves. If your cat eats basil, they may experience vomiting, diarrhea, loss of appetite, or drooling. Again, while these symptoms may seem a little scary, they're usually mild and pass quickly. The exception to this would be if you notice that your cat has eaten a large quantity of basil and then becomes lethargic, in which case you should contact your vet right away. One thing to keep in mind when it comes to basil is that cats typically woe and eat it on their own. They're more likely to be exposed to it through their food or by eating something else that has come into contact with basil. And speaking of cats eating things they shouldn't, our next herb is often used as a natural flea and tick preventative, pennyroyal. While pennyroyal can help repel fleas and ticks and mosquitoes, it can be extremely dangerous and even fatal to cats. Even small amounts of this herb can lead to tremors, high blood pressure, seizures, fever, elevated heart rate, and difficulty breathing. In severe cases, ingestion of pennyroyal can even lead to kidney failure and death. Pennyroyal is often sold as a tea, but it can also be found in other forms, including capsules and oil. So it is important to be careful where you store these products and to keep them out of reach of your curious cat. Moving on, we have peppermint. Like basil, peppermint is considered to be mildly toxic to cats due to the essential oils within the leaves. However, unlike basil, peppermint is much less commonly found in the grocery store, so the chances of your cat eating it are slim unless you grow it yourself. If you do grow peppermint, just be sure to keep it away from your cat or the birds may get it before they do. And if your cat does eat it, you should watch for vomiting, diarrhea, loss of appetite, or drooling. Again, while these symptoms may seem scary, they're usually mild and pass quickly. Finally, we have catnip, probably one of the most well-known herbs on our list. Catnip contains a chemical called nepetalactone, which has a very interesting effect on cats. Not all cats are affected by catnip, but those who are can exhibit a range of behaviors from rubbing and rolling to vocalizing and even increased aggression. Most of these behaviors are fairly harmless. But it's important to note that some cats can become quite aggressive when under the influence of catnip. So if you're growing catnip, be careful where you plant it. You don't want your cat to eat it and then turn into a rabid tiger. Now let's move on to some herbs that are not technically toxic to cats, but can definitely cause some digestive upset. Our first herb is chamomile. Chamomile is often touted for its calming properties, but did you know that it can also cause some digestive distress in cats? If your cat eats chamomile, they may experience vomiting, diarrhea, loss of appetite, or drooling. In some cases, chamomile can also cause your cat's urine to turn orange. This is not a cause for concern, and it will resolve on its own, but it may be a sign that your cat has been eating chamomile. If you notice any of these symptoms, it's important to contact your vet right away. Another herb that can cause digestive upset in cats is oregano. Oregano is a common ingredient in many savory dishes, but it can also cause some problems for your feline friend. If your cat eats too much oregano, they may experience vomiting, diarrhea, loss of appetite, or drooling. In some cases, oregano can also cause your cat's gums to become red or swollen. This is not a cause for concern, and it will resolve on its own. But it may be a sign that your cat has been eating oregano. Rosemary is another herb that can cause digestive issues in cats. This herb is often used to add flavor to grilled meats, but it can also cause some problems for your cat. If your cat eats too much rosemary, they may experience vomiting, diarrhea, loss of appetite, or drooling. In some cases, rosemary can also cause your cat's skin to become itchy or irritated. This is not a cause for concern, and it will resolve on its own, but it may be a sign that your cat has been eating rosemary. And finally, we have thyme. Thyme is often used to add flavor to soups and stews, but it can also cause some problems for your cat. If your cat eats too much thyme, they may experience vomiting, diarrhea, loss of appetite, or drooling. In some cases, thyme can also cause your cat's coat to become dull or lifeless. This is not a cause for concern, and it will resolve on its own. But it may be a sign that your cat has been eating thyme. If you notice any of these symptoms in your cat, it's important to contact your vet right away. Just remember that this list is not exhaustive. There are many other herbs and plants that can cause problems for your cat, so it is always best to err on the side of caution and keep all herbs and plants out of reach of your curious kitty. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have one already and check out this video on herbs that are good for cats. See you next time.